21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskoric.
Everybody has got to get along. Everybody. We are here to help each other. You know, we have got to stop this. I don't know what it is. It's like, like two magnets being pushed together. It can't go together. Because it's that magnet. So we have to flip that around for them to connect. We have got to stop trying to think about ourselves. It's me, when it's all of us, Hello, my name is Tamiko, and I have lived a life, should I say a lifetime of ugly, jealousy, cruelty, bullying. It just goes on and on until this day came to when I died. As I came back from what I went through, shooting straight up in the air and coming down on my head, I didn't have on a helmet. I had no protection whatsoever. But who protected me was the Lord Almighty Himself. From everything that was damaged, my head cracked open, broken neck, bruised heart, ribs, pelvic, sprained ankles, and bleeding profusely out of my ears that was the size of a watermelon. The Lord protected me. He pulled me right out of my body so I didn't feel a thing. And what I experienced was something that was so different. And I didn't realize it until He called me, that I realized I was dead. I felt my last breath, my heart stop. And the safety and the security, the love that He gave to me was something I had never felt before. We say, oh girl, I love these hamburgers. Oh, I love your shoes. But no, that word shouldn't be used, because the love He gave me was a new definition of the word. It was, oh my gosh, I can't right now at this moment, I can't tell you what it felt like. But it was so much security and the trust, the safety, knowing that He was there for me. But here it is on the day I was being released from the hospital. I was angry because it was like, well, where were you? Because all of that was like it was taken from my memory, to where trying to remember everything, because I went through a trial of amnesia. And all I could think of was, where were you? Where were you? For years, where were you? Why did this happen? Why did this happen? Why did this happen? The devil is real. He says, well, if He loved you so much, then why did He do that to you? Why did He make that happen to you? And then one day the Lord came to me and He said, Tamiko, He says, I was there. I was. He says, do you not have a roof over your head? I said, yes, I do. Can you not think on your own? I said, yes, I can. He says, are you not standing on your own two legs? I said, yes, I can. Yes, I do. Everything was yes, yes, yes. And then it hit me as I fell to my knees. Oh, Lord, you were there for me. He says, I have always been there for you. As I cried, under just not believing. We say we believe, but yet, where is our faith? Where was my faith? I can't speak for you. I can only speak for me. But if you felt like you were in any of my situations, I am here to answer some of those, to give you the guidance and the security that he has given me. Here it is, all of that I truly have forgotten. All I thought about was all the negative, negative, negative. Where were you? Where were you? But yet he was there the whole time. All this ugliness that we do to one another, nobody is better than anybody. We have got to come together. I have learned from everything that he has told me, everything that he has taught me, everything that he has brought to my eyes to see. It is his way, not ours. It is his way and not ours. And what Jesus has done for us, wow, that's all I can say is wow, because I cannot find the words. I can't find the words because it's beyond my vocabulary. What he has done, what he does, is well beyond what I can put into words. But for what he has done for me, he is real. He is real. Now I carry a message of hope. God was there. There is a way. That's what the book is. He was there for me. He actually chose the name of the book, The Word, There Is No Other Way. I carry this message of hope to share with everyone. My book is showing all of the things that we do to one another, and that was done to me. And that is what I'm speaking about, to express that all these things that we are doing is running on top of each other, only thinking of ourselves when we should be thinking of each other. My book can be found on Amazon.com and Barnes & Noble. Before my accident, I lived a lifetime of ugly, cruelty, bullying, jealousy, injustice. I was jumped at school, spit on, gum left in my seats, threatened. I couldn't study. I couldn't do my work, my homework. I couldn't focus because my thoughts were always worrying on how to make it down the hallway. Can I eat my lunch in peace? Could I even bring a lunch? Because sometimes these bad girls would just knock it on the floor to where my lunch is over with. They stole my lunch money. Go in my purse behind my back and, book bags, you put your things in nice little compartments. Here it is lunchtime, my money's gone. So I had to starve. Why I couldn't eat before I went to school, because as my mother would drive me to school, she'd pull the car over so I could throw up. So I started not eating breakfast before I went to school because it was coming up. Then when I got to school, some days I got my lunch and some days I didn't get lunch because somebody stole my money. It was ongoing. This was not just once every so often. This was crap I dealt with every freaking day of the week, Monday through Friday. I mean, my gosh, I couldn't focus when I got home. I had to try to do my homework. I couldn't focus. I got to school, sometimes I forgot my homework, but I always had to worry about making through the bullies. Oh, in a class, I had one girl ask me, so what would you do, Tamiko, if somebody cut your face up and cut all your hair off? How could I focus? Then here it is, I get on the bus, I'm getting jumped. It's disgusting. And what does this boil down to? I don't even know you. Why do you hate me so much? I was called names like being called Big Red, freak, because I have a long neck. Oh, she's part giraffe. I mean, just ugly little things people had to say. I mean, here it is. I didn't make me. The Lord made me, just as the Lord has made you. I didn't ask for these pieces to be put together, and now here it is, I land on earth. The Lord made me. I am one of his children. I am with somebody, and I am somebody's child. I was a baby, loved. But as soon as I left the house to go to school, all the crap. It wasn't just the students, though. It was the teachers, too. Teachers sexually harassing me. If you want a good grade, we can go in the closet. I'm sorry, excuse me? This is disgusting. Then you have to go get attorneys. Then you have to go get, it's like, why should I have to go through all that just to be respected as a person, as a young lady, as a human being? We don't do that. And this is what I mean about do unto others as you should have them do unto you. Do you like when somebody calls you names? Do you like when somebody puts their hands on you and hits you? Do you like walking around and you're hungry because somebody stole your lunch or your lunch money? Here it is, all these things were going on before my accident. I was sexually harassed at my jobs. I was fired for no reason because of jealousy. All these ugly things that we do to one another. Like my friend told me, he says, why are you sitting over there smiling? I said, because it's over. He says, what do you mean? He says, I said, I graduate, it's over. He says, oh, no, baby. He said, that's not how it works. It now becomes more sophisticated. Now as adults, what do we do to each other? We lie on each other. We cheat on each other. We screw in each other's husbands and wives. Here it is, I'm going to fire her because she's just a woman. I'm a man, so I should get paid more, but yet you don't have the qualifications that she has. So it's that he, she, and who said what, and my sex is better than your sex. Where is that getting us? If you look on the news today, we are just going down the toilet. We're not getting any better. This is just disgusting. Because I feel like, wow, I haven't even graduated. I thought all this was going to end out of elementary, out of junior high, out of high school. No, it just now became more sophisticated. It's disgusting. And as adults, what do we have to say for ourselves? We look in that mirror and are you proud? But with the Lord, that is the only way to go. He says, do not lie, do not cheat, do not covet, do not kill, do not steal, do not use my name in vain. How often do you hear somebody saying his name in vain? And even if somebody's wearing a cross around their neck, they're still saying his name in vain. We have got to get it together. Because I tell you, looking at the television, and when I walk out of my house, it's just disgusting. Everybody wants to separate. Segregation. Over what? When we all need the same thing. We all want a safe place to live. We all want clean food. We all want healthy kids. We all want to sit around and enjoy and take off all the armor. When I come home, it's like, oh, I can breathe now. Because I feel safe, I feel secure. But once I walk out that door, I got to put on my armor. And like Jesus says, put on your armor. But yet here it is. Who is actually on my side? Who is on my side? Who's going to protect me? Where can I go for protection? Doctors do you wrong, attorneys do you wrong. Here it is, your friends do you wrong because it could be jealousy of something. It could be envy. Because you just got that new hog, as they call it, the new Cadillac. Oh, well, look at her. She thinks she all. No. Or she got the new Pradas, or he just got the new Jag. It's like, these are things that you can't take with you. When we die, we don't get to keep these things. We don't get to take them. Everything that we have belongs to Jesus. If you look at the materials and the things in your house, your table is made of wood. Your glass table comes from sand. Your clothes come from cotton or silk, a spider. All these different things. I'm just naming off little things or rocks. Stand in your house and look at everything that comes from the earth. He is the earth. He is the planet. He is everything. You can't take it with you because it belongs to him. And I say, all these ugly things that I dealt with before my accident, and then when I got out, all these ugly things that I dealt with the nurses from racism. Here it is. My mother trying to wash the glass and the blood out of my hair. Yes, it's all mine, all of it. The length, everything. It's not a weave. The color, I'm a redhead. It's not dyed. It's not a weave. But they wanted to know, these nurses, excuse me. Oh, let's see what happens to it. Let's see if it's a weave. And my mother had to come out and say it. Would you please leave me some privacy? It's like, what is the deal with wanting to put people, we're all brothers and sisters. We come from Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve. The Lord did not make Steve and Steve or Adam and Steve, because if it was two men, I wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be here. If it was just Eve and Eve or Eve and Lisa, we still wouldn't be here. Why? Because he made Adam and he made Eve. Look up Genesis. Here it is. In the beginning, he made Adam. And Adam was just sitting back saying, well, I've got nothing to do. I'm complaining. I'm going to complain and complain. And the Lord says, my goodness, I give you all this. I've given you animals. I've given you trees. I've given you all this. Okay. So he knocked him out. And what I mean by that is he put him to rest, to sleep. He took a rib. He made a woman. Now here I am. And I can't get any respect. Here it is. A woman is something you asked for. And now you want to complain. So it's just, and you want to mistreat us. Here it is. Why is it just because I'm a woman, I have to be looked down upon? I have to be looked at as though I'm ignorant. I'm stupid. I don't deserve any rights. Here it is. I was wrongfully arrested. And what did the officers say about me? Badge number 1886, Mr. Charles Chan, wanted to say about me. Oh, he goes, I know what you did. He says, you got tired of how do you say it? You paid a doctor to bleach your skin. You dyed your hair and you're wearing contacts. Also, you don't look like a nigger no more. Excuse me. No, that is not what I am. I am a human being. I did not pay for this. This is the way the Lord has made me. So what gives you the right to degrade me? I don't understand. This angers me so much because this is not like it just happened to me. This has been going on for years and it has to stop. I'm so freaking sick of it. I mean, oh my gosh, I am so sick of it. I hear students in school. This is all they're doing. This is what teachers are doing. Why is it nobody wants to see the light and accept the truth? Jesus is the truth. There is no other way around it. You can't change your sex. You can't say, oh, well, I'm going to change my sex like I changed my shoes. He made you a man. Be a man. These are the things the devil is trying to do to you, is play with your mind. People have problems with drinking, so they drink. Some people have problems with sex, so they just have nothing but sex. They go out and they rape women. But yet here it is, we have a society that does not want to punish these people. You got people who want to go out and steal. They break in your house and they take your heirlooms that your grandmother gave you, your grandfather gave you. And then they pawned it, but it meant something to you because it's something that touches your heart. But here it is, people don't get in trouble anymore. And it makes me sick and it hurts my heart so badly because it's like, it's not just me that I'm thinking about. It's everybody. We are walking around angry because of the way the world is treating us. But yet you have a part in that. It's a domino effect. When you do something ugly to one person, that person is going to go out and attack somebody else. And it keeps it going. That's why it is the domino effect. all these things were happening to me before the accident, and these things have happened to me after the accident. And I'm asking the Lord once again, where were you? Where were you? And he tells me, he says, he finally came to me and he said, Tamiko, I was there. I am here for you. Can you not think on your own? And I said, yes. He says, are you not walking on your own? And I said, yes. And I broke down and I cried because it's like, oh my goodness, you were there for me and you are here for me. I have a roof over my head. I've got food on my plate. Even though I can't get a job, but you find a way for me to be able to eat. I'm healthy. I can walk on my own. I can take care of myself. And it's so nice to not to have a nurse come in and ask everybody to leave the room because I have to clean her now. I have to bathe her. These are things that people are taking for granted. And I'm going to tell you, when it's gone, it's gone. I know what it feels like to be paralyzed because I was there. The doctors told my parents, if your daughter wakes up, she most likely is going to be a vegetable paralyzed. And I laid there in that body as I didn't want to get back in it. And I kept telling the Lord, it's no good because he can't do anything with it. I can't do anything with it. I'm trying to tell everybody, he is real beyond any shadow of a doubt. He came to me. I have seen him. And I'm telling you, he is as real as I am talking to you. He is as real as drinking water, taking a shower in the morning. We have got to stop being so ugly. We have got to fight the ugliness, which is the devil telling you to act like this. He gives you suggestions and you carry it out. We have got to stop. And I'm telling you, it's not easy because I'm strengthening that muscle within myself. Whenever I get that urge to want to be nasty to someone because they were nastier than me, I push it down and I say, I'm going to say a prayer for you. And I move on about my business. But I don't come back and say, well, let me tell you what your mama said. Let me tell you what your mama is. Stop with the capping. Stop with the put down. Look at it on the real side of it and think about what it is you're doing before you do it. So that's what I'm trying to get everybody to understand, because he is real. And he told me, Tamiko, do not worry about getting back at somebody. He says, vengeance is mine. He says, I saw it, I heard it, and I know. So basically, I give it to him. It's out of my hands. I give it to him. I'm going to walk in peace because I know in your time, as he says, every knee shall bow and every mouth shall confess. And for every ugly thing you did to me, he's going to put it right back on you. Except here's one thing. He's got you for eternity. Was it? I'm sorry. It's so emotional because everything he's done for me is so beautiful what he's done for me. I tell you, to not have my legs and to give them to me. I mean, the things that we take for granted, and I'm not talking about you, I'm just speaking in general, is everything we take for granted can be taken away. Have you ever heard this thing, if your mom said it or what have you, when she says, oh, the Lord giveth and the Lord could taketh away. And my mother introduced me as a child into the church. And I used to hear her say that. And she says, She says, we are going to say a prayer. We're not going to walk around this house in ugly. You go and you say you're sorry. because we're not going to do that in this house. So all these things, as a child, you don't understand because you're young. But as you grow older, it's amazing how it just makes so much sense. And since he's come into my life, I see everything so clear, because I also see myself as I was ugly too. And I was ugly because the girls at school were ugly to me. So I figured, well, if you're going to be ugly to me, I'll be ugly to you. And I didn't feel comfortable doing that because it wasn't how my mother brought me up. But, like this one kid said, my mother picked me up in my dad's car that he was getting it remodeled. And he was doing it within steps. First, he had the engine, but the body was ugly. But he could still drive it and enjoy it. It was an old MG. It was white. And my mother picked me up because her car was in the shop. And she didn't want to drive the business car. So she picked me up in his MG. And this kid, I'll never forget who it was. His name was John Wong. He says, look how jacked up Tamiko's car is. And because of how all the other people treated me, I came back. I capped on him and I said, I stopped. I turned around. I said, just like your face. And everybody said, oh. I didn't care how ugly the car was. I got in that car and I sat down and I waved at everybody and my mom drove off. I was proud. I had a car to get in. I wasn't about embarrassment about, oh man, he made fun of the car because it's not pretty like the other girl's car. No, it was like, you know what? I'm done with that. You don't know my life. And for you to make fun, so now I'm going to hit you back. So I said, just like your face. Do you know for about a couple of weeks, everybody was throwing that in his face. He never bothered me again. I know it's so infantile, but I'm just saying at that time, this is where our minds were, because we were young, we were immature, but he didn't bother me anymore. I mean, it's sad, but as an adult now, it doesn't even matter. What the Almighty has taught me, what I have experienced, seen, and saw, I would like to share with you the knowledge that I know.
#21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskoric.
Imagine a space where triumphs, trials, and tales of entrepreneurship come alive. Welcome to the 21st Century Entrepreneurship Podcast, a gold awarded journey hosted by Martin Piskoric, connecting with listeners in 95 countries and ranking in the top 0.5% of all podcasts. Join our exclusive community, elevate your perspective, and embark on the path to success.